Management Department and Liwa College in the UAE, while maintaining an associate professorship in the Mechanical Engineering Department at the Faculty of Engineering, Suez Canal University in Egypt. Dr. Radwan's research interests directly align with our summit's focus, encompassing sustainability, renewable energy, solid waste management, recycling, optimizing, and supply chain management. Expertise in these areas provides a unique perspective on the technical and managerial challenges for ocean conservation and sustainable resource utilization. Throughout her impressive career, Dr. Radwan has made extensive international contributions through research projects and numerous publications in peer-reviewed journals. Her teaching experts in turbo machinery, environmental protection, numerical tools in power plant simulations, and hybrid systems highlights her technical depth and breadth. And beyond her academic work, Dr. Radwan has significant experience in academic accreditation and quality assurance, serving as a quality assurance officer for various programs at King Abdulaziz University in Saudi Arabia. She was part of the inaugural cohort of professors in the female section of industrial engineering in KAU and contributed to curriculum development initiatives. And Dr. Radwan's global influence extends through her editorial roles as editor-in-chief, editor, and editorial board member for various international journals. Her international engagements include serving as the director of research projects and so on. And at the end, I want to welcome to Dr. Niara Radwan to the platform. The platform is yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Asina, for the wonderful introduction. Thank you all. Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to be with you today. I'm honored to be here today to deliver the keynote address on a topic that is both critical and urgent for all of us in Sustainable Development Goal number 14, which is life below water. First of all, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Sakarya University of Applied Science for hosting this important conference and for providing a platform to discuss these critical issues. I also want to acknowledge our dear Professor Rashmi and all the organizers and contributors who are dedicated to advancing sustainable development. Thank you all. Would you please to accept to share my screen?
I think you may.
Yeah. Thank you. Please to confirm. Yeah, please to confirm it's now in the full mode, please. Okay.
Priscilla, please mute yourself. Thank you.
You can see, please, in the full mode my screen.
Yes, it's visible. We are seeing it clearly.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you so much. Okay, let's start. Just first, let's start to understand about SDG 14. It is essential to see it within the broader context of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. These goals are universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and to ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity by 2023. They are interconnected with each other. All these SDGs are connected with each other. Here we can see SDG 14, life below water, is stand out because a healthy ocean is fundamental to life in Earth. It's not just about marine life, it's about our climate, our food security, and the livelihood of billions of people. So this is the importance. We can note how SDG 14 is connected to others. For example, SDG 13, which is climate action, is linked as ocean acidification is a direct consequence of increased CO2 emission. And SDG 12, which is responsible consumption and production, is important in reducing marine pollution from plastic waste. So achieving SDG 14 requires a holistic approach. Here we can see that SDG 14 is further defined by many targets and many means of implementation. These targets provide a roadmap for achieving the overarching goals of conserving and sustainably using our ocean. Now we will go through these targets as well as the means of implementation. The first one is target 14.1, which is by 2025 prevent and significantly reduce marine pollution of all kinds, in particular from land-based activities, including marine enterprise and nutrient pollution. It's important to understand that a significant portion of marine pollution originates from land. This includes runoff from agricultural fields carrying fertilizers and for the industrial discharge of chemicals and to untreated swags flowing into our coastal waters. Also, it's highly visible and devastating from the pollution from large plastic items that enter marine animals to microplastics that infiltrates the food chain, the impact of immense. So this is about target for 14.1. About 14.2 and 14.3, I will summarize two with each other to not lose the time. For 14.3, for example, to minimize and address the impacts of ocean acidification, including through enhanced significant cooperation of all levels. Ocean acidification is often called the evil twin of climate change. This increased the acidity has several consequences for marine organisms, particularly those within shell or skeletons made of calcium carbonate, such as the shellfish and corals. Also, I will focus now about target 14.2. This is about ecosystem provide essential service, including protection from storms and the absorption of carbon dioxide. This is about 14.2. Now let us target about 14.5, for example. This target calls for conservation of coastal and marine areas. And for target 14.7, it's about sustainable fishing practices, which is essential to ensure that fish populations can replenish themselves. This requires science-based management plans. So, as we see here, we have many targets to focus about our system, our ecosystem, okay, Also for target for 14.6, for example, it's about reforming fisheries subsidies is essential for promoting fair and sustainable fishing practices. So this is about this target. Now let us now to go through the main target of our presentation or our speech. After going through these targets, we first have to have an introduction about our oceans. We have to understand some important things about oceans. Actually, let's take a step back and appropriate the sheer scale and importance of our ocean. Our oceans cover about 70% of the Earth's surface. Also, this vast expanse is home to an extraordinary diversity of life. We have identified nearly 200,000 marine species, but scientists believe that millions more remain undiscovered. The oceans provide livelihoods for over 3 billion people worldwide. Fisheries, tourism, and shipping are just some of the sectors that depend on healthy oceans. So this is important to understand why we focus about oceans, because there is very important case in our oceans. Perhaps most important, the oceans play a vital role in regulating our planet's climate. They absorb about 30% of the carbon dioxide produced by human activities. It also mitigating the effects of climate change. So now we can understand the importance of our oceans. As we see here in this slide, we have what we call threats. This is the major scientific challenges facing life below. We can divide it into 3 challenges, which is challenge 1, which is marine pollution, challenge 2, which is ocean acidification and climate change, and challenge 3, which is overfishing and biodiversity loss. Let us speak about each challenge. The first challenge, which is marine pollution. For marine pollution, we can see that there are many types of pollution. As we see here, the figure shows the pollution, but we can see that about the plastic pollution. Actually, this is very important issue in our not in my country alone, but in many countries, about the plastic waste, which is we found that 100% of marine turtle species tests, which is very to deal with a big problem in our oceans. Also, we have another type of pollution which is nutrient pollution. It comes from agriculture runoff, then it will go to translate it to dead zones. Another type of pollution, which is oil spill and chemical waste, which we can see that it's about long-lasting impacts on sediment and benthic life. This type of pollution is a problem for all countries. We have to think how to reduce this amount of pollutions, and the problem that these are different types of pollution. So we have to deal with each type of pollution with the right way. So we can see that we have to get our scientific focus, which is distribution mapping of microplastic using satellite and using ocean current models. This is good because by using these methods we can analyze the pollution which we have, and we can focus about the target solution. Also about DNA and tissue biomarkers used to measure exposure and bioaccumulations. This is also a good scientific focus. We can see here two graphs. This graph show the first one, which shows us in the left of the figure, show us the global fish stock sustainability from the year 1974 to the year 2020. And the other one showed the increase of the ocean surface PhD decline, which showed that there is a big increase from the year 1950 to the year 2025. So the two figures, thank you, Gina. The two figures show that we have a big problem about population. For the second graph, we can see that the PhD value, it's illustrating the increasing value is very high. So it makes countries have to focus about this problem, how to find solution for this problem. Also, this figure shows that the global plastic production contributing to marine pollution. As we see that there is increased value from the year 1950 to the year 2020. So this is a big problem that we have plastic production increasing year by year. For the second challenge, which is ocean acidification and climate change. As we said that our oceans observe a lot of chemicals and the materials and harmful materials, which is very which countries deal as a problem, big problem in each country. So the challenge here, how to decrease this absorption by long term and by maybe long term. It's better to focus about long term, but sometimes they make mid-term plans. The third challenge is overfishing and biodiversity loss. Actually, this is one also of the biggest problem which countries facing. From the scientific corners, we can see that the loss of keystones. Also, there is a genetic diversity erosion as well as collapse of fish population. We can find a good example about that, about the Atlantic cod population dropped by 90% in the year 1990 and still hasn't recovered yet. So these are main challenges actually and should be solved. So how to solve these challenges? So this is why we will go in our second part of my slides about scientific innovations and technological solutions to solve the previous challenges. I divided it into four slides to show how countries think to resolve these challenges and try to reduce it. Okay. Let us see first. Let us understand why the challenges facing our oceans are significant. It is important to emphasize that science and technology offer a powerful solutions. We are not without hope. This section, as I told, will present some of these solutions. As we see here, one of these solutions, what is called ocean monitoring technologies. For oceans monitoring technologies, it is effective ocean management relies on accurate and comprehensive monitoring. We have a range of advanced technologies to help us understand the ocean's complex system. One of them is Argo floats, which shown in the slide here, the figure we see. Argo floats are robotics devices that drift with ocean currents, measuring temperature and pH at in wide depth. It may be to 2,000 meters. The other device is, or the other technology is autonomous underwater vehicles. These autonomous underwater vehicles are used for more target monitoring. They can be programmed to follow specific routes and collect data on various parameters, which is good to collect the needed data, such as ecosystem health and pollutants levels. The third one, which is remote sensing satellites. Remote sensing satellites provide a bird's eye view of the ocean, monitoring sea surface temperature, which is good to collect these about temperature. From scientific impact, these technologies generate massive data sets that are used in modeling and climate forecasting and improving our ability to predict ocean changes and inform management decisions. This is about monitoring. So this is the most famous and important technologies these days. Let us speak now about marine pollution control and the cleanup technologies. How we can control pollution. I cannot say that we can completely prevent pollution, but we're trying to control it. So addressing marine pollution requires a multi-pronged approaches, including both prevention and the cleanup. Several innovative technologies are being developed to tackle this challenge. The Ocean Cleanup Project, which is the first one, it is a notable example actually. They are developing passive systems with long floating barriers designed to collect plastic from the ocean where plastic accumulates, which is good. We can see this the figure in the screen. The other one, which is bioremediation, which is utilize the power of nature to clean up pollution. The third one is filtration system. Filtration systems are being implemented to prevent pollution from entering the ocean in the first place. Microplastic capturing filters are being installed in storm drained and wastewater plants to trap plastic practices beyond they reach the sea. Ongoing research is exploring even more advanced solutions. Now, for sustainable fisheries and aquaculture innovations. Actually, to ensure food secure while protecting marine biodiversity, innovations in sustainable fisheries and aquaculture are important. As we see, we have many examples like precious aquaculture. We have selective gear technology. We have DNA barcoding, which is used to track fish species or original and combat illegal and unregulated fishing. So we can find that from the scientific results, it's better yield with lower impact, support food security and marine biodiversity simultaneously. This is good to use technology to solve the problem of SDG 14, okay? But actually, technology solutions alone are not enough. Strong global policy frameworks and international cooperation are essential for achieving sustainable development goal number 14. So, the United Nations United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. This is the first framework we have. We have some global policy framework, which is one of them, the United Nations Conventions on the Law of the Sea. It is relative to SDG 14. It's about legal foundation for marine governance and sustainable use. This is the first one. The second one, what is called International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships. Its relevance to SDG 14, it is reduces pollution in international waters. Also, we have SPD, which is Convention on Biological Diversity, which is supports marine protects areas and ecosystem-based management. The last one is the biodiversity beyond national jurisdiction, which is ensures or work to ensure equitable access to marine generic resource. These are the global policy frameworks and international cooperations for SDG 14. Now, let us show that the United Nations agencies and global initiatives. Several United Nations agencies and global initiatives play important roles in advancing SDG 14. The United Nations Environment Programme coordinates the science policy interface, ensuring that scientific findings inform policy decision. We also have what is called Fisheries and FAO, which guides sustainable fishing and provides fish stock reports. Another agency, which IOC, it's related to United Nations also. It's about supporting marine science, ocean literacy, and warning systems. And finally, we have United Nations Decade of Ocean Science of Sustainable Development. It's about a global scientific push to transform ocean knowledge into action. Actually, we can conclude here that the only goal with SDG 14 is the only goal with a dedicated science decade, a rare opportunity to fund, align, and to scale marine research. Now, this is about regional and bilateral cooperation. Here we can see that some used program, regional seas program, for example, for the Red Sea or for the Mediterranean, for the Red Sea or for the Caspian Sea. We have coordinated monitoring policies and capacity building. Also, we have the European Blue Growth Strategy and the Blue Economy Initiative. This is for science-led innovation for sustainable ocean economies. We have a famous case study here, which is the Coral Triangle Initiative. The Coral Triangle Initiative is created by Indonesia and Malaysia and Philippines. This to use joint marine planning based on scientific biodiversity mapping, which is a good case study to be follow for others. Here, actually, we have many challenges in global cooperation. The main challenges here is the first challenge about data sharing barriers. We have a big problem about sharing data between countries. Scientific information may be siloed. They cannot share data easily. Maybe because of political sensitivity or any other issue, but we have problem about data sharing barriers. Also about unequal capacity. It's about developing countries may lack research infrastructure. So this is another challenge. The third challenge is about funding gap for long-term monitoring and enforcement. So a lot of countries face these challenges and want to solve these challenges. Some of them, it's not easy to be solved. Like, for example, how to share knowledge, how to take the needed knowledge or needing information from other countries. So the solution or the other solution here that we have to use ocean literacy and education to solve or to achieve our goals for SDG 14. First, let us understand what the meaning of ocean literacy. Ocean literacy, it's about understanding of the ocean's influence on you. I have to understand how the ocean influence about me first, and influence about the system and the country where I live. So this is very important because the ocean shape Earth's climate and weather. So when I understand that the ocean will change my life first and the life of my system, so I have to find the solution. Also, the ocean support agreed diversity of life and ecosystem. Also, the ocean and humans are connected with each other. So responsible behavior can lead to healthier oceans. If I understand that, I will know that I am responsible about the ocean. I will not make disaster. I will not, for example, use the ocean or make or increase the pollution in the oceans when I understand that ocean have control in my life. Okay, so empower citizens to make informed decisions about ocean-related issues. Very important. Let us see about education. Excuse me, you hear me? Can you hear me well? Hello?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
yes,
No problem.
yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
We can hear you.
This is about understanding the importance of ocean. The second part about education. Actually, we have two parts, the formal education and the non-formal education. For formal education, we have to make integrating marine science and sustainability into primary, secondary, and university curriculum, promoting this type of education about sustainability and marine education with a marine focus. Physics, chemistry, biology, and data science is very important for our students. Also, developing marine science degree program is very important point. This is about the formal education. Let's go for the non-formal education. There should be youth programs, like what's called marine science clubs and sea camps and so on. Also, we have to find teacher training and open access educational platforms. There is many now, but we have to increase these platforms to make people and the students make use from these platforms. So we can find that studies show that ocean literate communities are more likely to support conservation and sustainable seafood choices. Now, what about community and stakeholder engagement? Actually, they have their role also to solve and to reach our targets in SDG 14. First, let's speak about local involvement it is critical. It is critical because communities often act as first responder to coastal degradation or illegal fishing. We have example for effective community engagement. Many examples. Actually, I get here the most important examples. For example, about eco-tourism programs. It's about also another example, beach cleanup and citizen science. This is good examples for community engagement. We can find that the scientific link here that community-driven data contributes to large-scale data sets used by scientists and policymakers. Now about communication and media for ocean awards. Actually, communications is also important because scientific facts need effective translation into public message. How can I know, as a citizen, how can I know these important data? I have someone to translate these data to me. So this is about communication and the role of communication and media. Also, we have many tools like the United Nations World Ocean Day. We have Blue Plant series and documentations. We have social media, many platforms for social media, which can improve the knowledge for people in this area. Now, I want to conclude my words in the following points. The first thing is oceans are vital. They cover, as we said, 70% of the earth. They support billions of people in their lives. They change in our climate. So it is very important to take about our oceans. Also, there are many multiple threats exist. We have to study these threats. And one of these challenges or threats is pollution. So we have to reduce this pollution. The third point is science provides solutions. Actually, technology and research offer tools for monitoring pollution, control it, sustainable practices, and ecosystem restoration. But technology alone cannot work. People, citizens, they have their role in this problem, in this issue. So this makes us go to the second point, which the next point, which is literacy and engagement are key. Ocean literacy empowers informed decisions, and community involvement is important for effective conservation. And lastly, call to action. Collaboration and innovation are vital to secure a sustainable future for our oceans. Thank you so much for your attention. I was happy to be with you today. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Niyara Mohammed. It's very interesting and real the topic of our submit of this presentation. Thank you for your contribution so much, and hope to see you in Turkey, in Sakarya also. I have to say that. And secondly, thank you.
Thank you. By the way, I will be in Turkey this month. It would be my pleasure to meet anyone there. Yeah,
whenever you want, we are waiting you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you. And it's my great pleasure to introduce our second and same time host speaker of today, Dr. Rashmi Gujrati. And Dr. Gujrati is a professor and director of the International Quality Assurance Cell at the PCTA College, and she also serves as an accreditation member of the National Assessment and Accreditation Council, highlighting her commitment to maintaining and enhancing academic quality standards With her extensive expertise spanning multiple disciplines, including marketing, finance, international business, and entrepreneurship, and Dr. Gujrati brings a multi-phase perspective to our discussions on sustainable development and ocean economies also. And Dr. Gujrati's expertise has been recognized through her service on the editorial boards of several international journals and books and many academic publications that we can say. And her excellence has been acknowledged through various prestigious awards, including the Women Leadership Award is the most important according to me, UNPP SGD 5 Gender Equality Summit in 2022, and the Gold Ambassador Award from the Leader Club Morocco NGO accredited by UNFCCC in 2021, and Best Speaker Awards also at multiple international conferences, and many things that I can say about her, as you see, and teaching and beyond her research and teaching, and Dr. Gujrati has quite a doctoral thesis contributing to the development of the next generation of scholars and researchers. She maintains active membership in professional bodies, including the Indian Commerce Association and Indian Accounting Association. Her involvement in funding projects and her patience in social sciences further testify to her innovative thinking and practical applications of academic knowledge. And Dr. Gujrati multidisciplinary expertise in business, economics, and technology offers valuable insights into the economic dimensions of ocean sustainability and the implementation of SDG 14 objectives. Her perspective on how businesses and economies can align with sustainable development principles is particularly relevant to our discussions today. And platform is yours, Dr. Rashmi Gujrati. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ashina, for a warm welcome. And my dear students, good evening. This is our 5th day, which is related with the ocean, life below water. So our speakers all are trying to give a message that how we have to save our oceans and seas, because that is very important. Through to that, it is coming back to the human being. That is very important to understand. So as Dr. Nayara has also explained very well that how ocean pollution affects human and marine life, that we have to understand. Everyone on the planet, including humans, is affected by ocean pollution. Unfortunately, the ocean has for decades served as dumping ground where everything from plastic to toxin metals end up. Our behavior has resulted in contempt seafood, massive dead zones, and compromised biodiversity. The waste humans create does not stay scheduled in the ocean. That we have to understand that whatever is going to be dumped in the ocean, that is not staying in the ocean, it's and come back on our plate, where we eat our own waste for dinner. In other words, it harms us too. In the previous, by the previous speaker, Dr. Nayara has also explained very well that how we are polluting our seas. Ocean pollution threats healthy and biodiversity across the globe. Over 8 million tons of plastic enter our seas every year. The consequence intertwine human well-being with the fate of marine ecosystem. So already these points has been explained by the previous speaker that which are the major type of ocean pollution: plastic and microplastics, oil and chemicals, agriculture runoff. Debris harms wildlife, microplastic pervasive, and oil chemicals with deep water horizon spills 4.9 million barrels. And mercury is also PCB's pesticides toxin that we have to understand very well. Because pollution in the ocean is pervasive, estimates it suggests that there are 5.25 trillion individual pieces of plastic in the ocean, a number that is nearby impossible for human mind for fathom. For some perspective, there are roughly, if we see the roughly calculation, then we will find that it is 656 times as much plastic in the ocean, and there are people on the earth. So that we have to understand that how the pollution is coming and how the pollution is affecting to us. Pacific garbage patches are there. When we see, when you hear Pacific garbage patch, that you have to be understand that this garbage comes from there and everything is disturbing to our fishing. Here I am showing you that how the fishing nets are there and it is harming to our fish. However, the reality is that much of the plastic found in the area has been broken down into the tiny pieces, much of which are not able to see. There is a mass mortality. In the mass mortality, we can see that over 1 million seabirds and 100,000 mammals die yearly. In the widespread ingestion, microplastic discovered in 114 aquatic species disrupting physically and psychology. Coral decline, pollutant cause bleaching and degrade crucial reef habitats. Bioaccumulations, toxins build up, harming the entire ocean, sea, food, and web. So the area are polluted by the plastics, mass mortalities, lot of the seabirds, mammals are dying yearly, spreading the things. There are broken down into a tiny pieces. So how it impact on human health? Because I said that whatever is going in the sea, it is coming back in our plate. So it is very important to understand that how we have to keep our ocean clean and fresh. How it impact on human health? Microplastics found in all studies human blood sample and entering by seafoods. Those people are eating sea foods. It means that this plastic is going in their body through the sea animals. So this is to be understand that not only sea is going to be polluted, not only sea and ocean is going to be polluted, it is coming revert back to the human health, and we are impacting by that. Mercury exposed. Seafood taint mercury linked to neurologic issues worldwide. It is counted related with the lighting pollution. Light pollution comes from artificial sources like boat, offshore mining, platform, and coastal cities. The most well-known example I can give, that the impact of light pollution on the marine life involves sea turtle who are disoriented by artificial light. And this becomes a problem for nesting mothers who are often discouraged from nesting sites. Because if they have too much light, light pollution affect them hatchling and also disoriented and take longer to find the ocean, exposing them to predators. So turtle are not the only animal. They are affected by light pollution. It also impacts certain species of birds, fish, and other animals also. Shellfish poisoning, more outbreak from waterborne toxin harming people annually. And antibiotic resistance, ocean pollution drives resistance, complicating treatment of infection. Lot of the medicines are being prepared by the fish oil, by the fish blood, lot of the fish cells. So if our fish are harming, it means that it is reverting back to us, and it impact to the human. Now see, food chain contaminations, bioaccumulation, toxins built up in marine life and pass to human. In mercury, tuna often exceeds FDA guidelines, and there is a dietary risk. Seafood is 70% of animal protein intake globally. So the plastic consumption, 1/3 of fish for food tested positive for the plastic. What we are going to understand that Pacific garbage is affecting to the human being by the different way. With that, economic and social impact is also there. $1 trillion losses are there. Marine plastic pollution cost up $2.5 trillion year. Community health cost, with that, fishing declines, contaminated or depleted stocks hurt globally livelihood. And then tourism harm, Bali hotel booking fell 13% after pollution spikes in 2017. And community health, coastal population face greater health risks from pollution exposure. Now the point is that when everywhere is a pollution, there is a lot of the scenes we have seen, and the study says that it impact on health, it impact on global human health, it impact on tourism also. So have to take little bit solutions for that. But there are the types of the pollution which we have to understand the crisis. Each year, ocean face 8 million ton of plastic, devastating marine life. Land-based pollution accounts for 80% of marine threats. Annual damages sourced to $13 billion, impacting economic and biodiversity world. There are the types which already our previous speaker has explained very well, that plastic pollution, a sea of waste. Devastating scale, in that we can see that 1 million marine animals die from plastic yearly. And Great Pacific Garbage Patch spans 1.6 million meter square kilometer. So when you hear about the Pacific Garbage Patch, you are probably imagining a large continuous patch of garbage made up of everything from fishing nets to bottle. However, the reality is that much of the plastic found in this area has been broken. Already I have said that it has been broken in a tiny pieces, and many of which we are not able to see it. And what is invisible dangers we see? That is that the bottles, plastics, which has been broken into the teeny pieces, and that is invisible. Now, what happened? Microplastic in all seabirds sampled, and plastic production to triple by 2050. Another is a chemical pollution, toxins in water, agriculture. Round of 70% of ocean nitrogens come from farms. So we know that it is also polluting, and agriculture pollution comes from farms, whether they raise crops or animals, or we can say that the example fish farming, which often has direct exchange with the ocean. Fish farming allow waste, pesticides, fertilizer, and antibiotic to flow freely into the open water. With the chemical pollution can come in many forms. Some of the most are agriculture, oil, chemicals from the industry, and toxic metals. Unlike most types of ocean pollution, we can hear industrial discharge. So we see that industry are there and garbage are sent to the sea, so contaminates seafoods with harmful toxins. With that, dead zones, it is increasing by 5% annually due to chemical. And if we talk about the dead zone, so Mexico is the area which is facing through the dead zone, and oxygen level is very down. Plastic is the not only type of pollution which is breaking havoc on the world's water, but many coastal areas and bays fall victims to dead zones, which can result from an oversaturation of nutrients in the water. And if you can go and search that Mexico and New Jersey's is in the dead zones, and the oxygen level is very down. So certain type of fishing such as trawling can cause dead zones, agriculture pollution on land also there, industry discharge, they all are doing this. And we can see that these areas which are called dead zone because there is a little oxygen in the water and that nothing can survive. Toxin from animal waste make their way to the Gulf through river, where they create nutrient dense marine environment. And through that, the environment force marine life to leave the area or else the pursues. So this chemical pollution is very harmful. It comes from many ways, as we know. Unlikely most of the types of the ocean pollution, which we tend to hear about lot of way, which is coming in the deep water and it is polluting the water. So forever chemicals are also a source of pollution. And we found everything from food packaging to fabric. They also been found in numerous different species, including wild-caught fish. Next, mercury risk. It is unsafe fish mercury in 30% of the location. Mercury, cadmium, and lead have two things in common. They are all toxin metals and they can all be found in the ocean. So we can all acquire, naturally people are making matters worse. In the case of mercury, most of things enters the ocean from the industrial runoff. You can see in the picture also that how the chemicals are running off toward the ocean. It can be a coal power plant or wastewater. Cadmium and lead are leaves from plastics and they don't stay always in the environment. They can reattach to plastic consumed by fish or other wildlife, which can end up as a part of the human food chain and it come back on the plate of the human. So this is a very important to understand that how ocean is polluted and it is harming to us. Next, oil spills, black tides, deep water horizon in 2010 released 210 million gallon into the Gulf of Mexico. Exxon Valdez in 1989 spilled 11 million gallon, devastated 1,300 miles of coast. Ongoing threat, chronic spills from shipping and industry persists globally, and lasting impact, mass mortality, immediate loss, and economic harms fall. So this is how oil is spreading the pollution in the ocean. As if we talk about the deep water horizon oil spills, period of 87 days in which 4 million barrels of oil flowed freely into the ocean from a defunct oil rigs. The event was an ecological disaster from which the ocean have still not fully covered more than a decade later. Lot of time at from the ship, oils are spilling through the industry, oils are spilling and it is polluting the ocean. Nutrient pollution, algal blooms and dead zones. Eutrophication, nutrient overload spurs excessive algae growth, harmful blooms, that is red and brown tides, threaten health and economics, and dead zone. Hypoxia create live cell gulf zone yearly. Ocean mining, littering, intentionally and non-point source pollutions are this which pollute the ocean. Non-point source pollution on runoff originates from various sources. It can be from sewer, rain drain, agriculture amongst. It all end up in the same place, the ocean. Oftentimes this runoff brings with it harmful chemicals and other type of waste that can wreak havoc on water quality and can also shut down the beaches. Though ban in intentional discharge has been banned in US, factories in some part of the world release chemical directly into the ocean. US has banned it. And if we talk about the littering, then compared to oil rigs and factories, letting napkins to be blown off your picnic blanket may not seem like a big deal. But the reality is that if everyone thinks that way, the impacts are detrimental. And through that, we need to understand that these all are cautious that deep sea mining will be crippling. When we talk about the pollution in our society, in anybody says that noise pollution. So noise pollution is a silent threat for ocean animals also. Noise pollution is not only for the human being. This noise is also disturb to the sea animals due to ship traffic creates constant low frequency rumble in the ocean. This small sound disturb the ocean animals. Its impact is that the fish is in stress and jump 60%. Disoriented animals suffers. With that, military shipping disturb marine animals communication also. And through the construction, offshore building displace fish, mammals. So noise pollution in the ocean is also a widespread problem. It affecting various species of fish, invertebrates, and marine mammals. Noise pollution can range from relatively low yet constant of defending sounds produced by oil and gas exploration as well as novel sonar. So here we have to understand that how it is
नहीं मैं तो चार दिन
even when relatively low in term of decibels, noise pollution can cause serious problem of ocean life. Like whale and dolphin are primary animals which are disturbing by the noise pollution. As marine traffic increase, cetaceans' ability to communicate and navigate, particularly over long distance, is severely hampered, causing them stress. And on the other hand, other end of the auditory spectrum, it is noise pollution from the fossil fuel industry. In the search of oil and gas deposit on the seafloor, it has been found that this used to issue extremely loud blast. They are the loudest human-made sound in the ocean. We see in the news or in the picture that in the ocean, if there is a blast in any ship, it means that blast which has been done by the human-made sound in the ocean also disturb the ocean animal, and these blasts can travel for 2,500 miles and are repeated every few seconds, 24 hours a day, for day or week at a time. So it disturbs the lives of many marine animals, including dolphins and whales. So this is the important to understand that how we know to understand that life below water means that animals' life is very important for us. Thermal pollution is a warming water. It has been discharged from industrial. Heated water shift ocean temperature locally. Coral bleaching events up 16% annually since 2010. Habitat shift, species migrate, food webs destabilize globally, and ecosystem instability impact ripple across the marine environment. Next is a radioactive pollution, which is invisible, dangerous for them. Nuclear disposal, accidental release, bioaccumulation, long-term harm. In the nuclear disposal, spent fuel, waste dumped at sea historically. Where the industrial areas are there that are dumping in the sea, and it is disturbing the ocean. Event like Fukushima can spread any war, can disturb to the ocean animals. Now we have to understand that how bad is ocean pollution and how ocean pollution is an escalating crisis threatening marine life and human health. Every year, 8 million tons of plastic enter the ocean, harming ecosystem globally. The health of ocean is vital to the well-being of entire planet. It is surprisingly that plastic pollution alone has achieved such as big scale that it is now referred to as a pandemic. You can see when in the sea, the plastic is coming like this. And this is also a great pandemic. A World Wildlife Fund report found that an enormous amount of plastic is making its way into the ocean, as well as other environment. Every year, around 500 billion plastic bags are used and dumped. Truck loaded of plastic is dumped into the ocean every single minute. So it is not just plastic. Everything we dump potentially end up in the ocean. We think that which has been dumped in the ocean, that will be go in the ocean, and our area will be clean or our earth will be clean. But that thing is very wrong, because if you are dumping and up in the ocean, is that not bad enough? Some of it makes its way back into us by our food system. Fish containing toxin metals and microplastics are being served up around the world. And through that, it comes back. Now, already we have seen the pollution. Here are sources of the pollution: land and sea. Land-based source which contribute 80% of ocean population. Agriculture, industry, legal dumping. Another way, shipping and fishing, oil risk, leak, harmful, and cruise ships. Now, it impact by this. Already, this has been explained previous slides also. But now here we have to understand that how microplastic a growing threat. So we found everywhere in marine environment worldwide, small organism like plankton ingest microplastic, starting the chain, and it make it way up fish and seabirds. 90% of the seabirds affected. Human face exposure through seafood consumption globally, and it is coming back to us and it is giving the harm to us. So plastic pollution often collects in the ocean and also trash, and it is exists in many of the world great ocean. And we know that 1.6 million square kilometer wide it is impacting to us. So how it is harmful and effect on the ocean or ocean and the human health impact by that: seafood contamination, consumption risk due accumulate toxins in fish, waterborne disease, export during swimming and recreational ocean activities, air pollution, toxin chemicals released from polluted water affect air quality, economic losses are there, tourism decline and fishing suffers, impact, leave. 1 billion people depends on fishing and their main protein. Now we have to see that what is the current solution and initiatives which we have to take. So there is an international agreement, MARPOL and UN goal tackle pollution globally. To be cleanup efforts, the Ocean Cleanup Project aimed to remove 90% of floating plastic by 2040. As the UN has took goal and took the agenda to complete it up to 2030, but the result of the agenda is that only 17% has been done till 2025. So it seems that it will be completed up to 2040. And now to reduce plastic, there would be a ban, recycling program, and alternative reduce waste generation. So what is the solution for that and what we have to do? So the instructions have been given, and this spreads that reduce plastic use, choose reusable bag, bottle, and container daily, support sustainable seafoods, buy from certified responsible managed fishery. So participate in local beach and river cleanup event, advocate and educate, raise awareness and support environmental policy changes. So these are the responsibilities has become us to focus on, to support on sustainable seafood, to spread the awareness of the environmental policy changes, that how each and every goals are important for us. The future of our ocean, a call to action. Pollution demands immediate collective response. Shared responsibility, government, industry, and individual must work together. Sustainable future. Protect ocean to benefit generation to come. Hope and action positive change is possible when everyone contributes. Everything should be clean.
Madam,
So
ठंडा करना
only
पड़ेगा।
one person cannot be do this. So all have to come together and to take the action and to spread the awareness to each and everyone. Not pollute our air, not to pollute our earth, not to pollute our ocean, because these all things has been coming back to us and it is disturbing human being. So the conclusion is that act collectively. Our ocean need everyone to care and take part. Policy, global corporation, international action. So it's become our responsibility to keep our ocean neat and clean and to take the task initiatively to keep our planet healthy. So in the bottom line, there is nothing quite like standing on the shoreline and looking out to a great expanse of blue, that is blue ocean. It's our responsibility to take this and work on it and to keep our ocean clean. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Gujrati, for that aligning presentation. Your insights into the technical and managerial aspects of sustainability and our responsibilities and resource management have provided us with valuable perspectives on addressing the challenges of SDG 14. As we conclude the 5th day of our SDG 14 summit, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Dr. Gujrati and Dr. Radwan for sharing their valuable expertise, and to all of you, our engaged participants, for your active participation. Our students also are here. Thank you for your attentions, for your being together. And over these 5 days, we have explored numerous dimensions of SDG 14 through the diverse perspectives of our estimated speakers. We have estimated the environmental, economical, legal, social, and technological aspects of ocean sustainability. These discussions have highlighted both the challenges we face and the innovative solutions being developed around the world. As we move forward from this summit, let us carry with us knowledge, inspiration, and connection we have gained. And the health of our oceans is intimately connected to the well-being of our planet and humanity, as we told about. And it's through collective action informed by experts such as that's shared by Dr. Radwan and Dr. Gujrati and our previous speakers before, that we can make meaningful progress towards the sustainable management and protection of our marine resources. And I encourage each of you to consider how you can apply the insight gained during the summit to your own work and communities, whether through research, policy, advocacy, education, or personal choices. Each of us has a role to play in achieving the objective of SDG 14. Thank you all for your participation in this summit, and your engagement and commitment to ocean sustainability give us hope for the future of our blue planet. Hope to see you tomorrow section, and bye. And I want to give the word before saying bye to the Gujrati. And here you are.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ashina.
Thank you very much to everyone.
Yeah,
It was
Dr.
a good
Dion,
talk. Good to
thank
see
you
you.
very much.
Thank you all and hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good night.